the Bridge of Orkney, and there's one.
We are at Dunkeld Cathedral, where a lot of dead people are buried.
Here's the lock, and over there is the lock.
L-O-C-K.
L-O-C-K.
And L-O-C-H.
L-O-C-H. And that red thing is some sort of boy.
I think that's a girl.
Is this part of the joining up of Inverness to,
Yes.
where are we?
William.
Fort William, via a series of locks, as in, is it Gaelic for lake, and canal, which rely on locks, which is English for lock.
And in the background, yeah.
I believe that this may be the actual boat that transported the first haggis from the mainland to Orkney. It may well have stowed away here. Right, here we are at the Commando Memorial, and here's Ben Nevis.
And there is Captain Underpants.
Okay, here we are at the Well of the Seven Heads, so called because in the 17th century, following a murder of his family members, Lord MacDonald of this area ordered the vengeance to be taken on the murderers, and I can't remember the name of the bloke, but MacDonald, I think, and his 6 sons were murdered, and here their severed heads were washed prior to be presented at the feet of the aforementioned Lord MacDonald. So a particularly nasty incident. Right, here we are at Invergarry Castle. What was that?
I think there's one over there.
Gone. Anyway, carrying on. Invergarry Castle, Cromwell destroyed a lot of it during the Civil War, because I think it was held by the Royalists. Then it was subsequently repaired, and then Butcher Cumberland, the guy that was responsible for the Highland clearances after Culloden, had another go at destroying it, but the walls were so thick that the place survived and now stands as a monument in the Invergarry Hotel grounds. And very solid it is too. There was lots of killing here.
As you probably know, haggis were once domesticated and went feral, but when they were domesticated, they used to have holes for the haggis to get in and out.
So
Yeah.
my nickname is Awogan,
Right.
so you write it in. You also log it on the internet,
Yeah.
and it's basically a very nice way to find your way around.
Dr. David Summers, why is it that you think this could be a haggis kill?
Well, it's got the classic one claw
Right.
to the throat.
Yep.
The haggis, which is an omnivorous creature, but the feral ones are much more carnivorous, much more aggressive. They make one cut, and then with the long proboscis, they suck out the inside of the animal.
There is, I do agree, there is this single entry point there. I can see it. That's quite remarkable. Thank you.
This is classic.
Thank you.
We are at, well, what what can only describe as the earliest Olympic Games site. A lot of people think it happened in Athens, but I think the signs are here. If you look at the stones, clearly the 1211 BC Olympics. Here we have the running track. There we have the podium for the medal ceremonies. And if you look at the stones, it's pretty clear where the idea for the 2012 Olympic Games logo came from.
Is that where they went swimming across there?
I think they probably
this
had
is
the,
all part of the Olympic Park.
yeah, they
All
would have
part
had
of the
the
park,
yachting
yeah.
events and things in the
Sure.
lake over there.
Would fishing have been an Olympic sport then, do you think?
Fishing, Greco sheep wrestling. It's all here.
Yeah.
Over the past few months, a lot of posts has gone missing, and the islanders believe that the haggis have actually been crawling into the post boxes, pillar boxes, and taking the posts, so they've had to actually fit these flaps to stop the haggis from crawling in. This.
Welcome, Dr. David Summers. Here we are. We have before us this gate with various items on it. Could you explain their significance?
Well, for centuries, people around here have been superstitious about their surroundings, and the killings by the haggis, I think they've put some supernatural explanation on it. And these are basically spells to ward off the evil spirit that they associate with the haggis. And in fact, they've put in the Latin for haggis here, which is Haggisaea. I think it's Haggisaea officially, but this is why they're here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Here we are at a great example of a dovecut. It's the beehive style, and these slates that actually protrude from the wall are thought to have been put in here to stop the haggis from crawling up and getting in and actually eating the eggs of the pigeons.
This is Unstung Cairn. Everyone that lived here is dead.
Right, what we're actually doing here is building haggis hides. Now haggis, their vision is only horizontal, they can't see up or down. So if you build a stack of stones like this, you can actually stand on top of it and you're invisible to haggis.
Come on, Dave, let's go.
I'm nearly finished.
Some believe this is the very boat, or the remains of it anyway, in which Eric Haggis, the haggis slayer, first came to Orkney back in, well, 897, 898, around there.
Some people say that the haggis is interbred with lemmings and occasionally throw themselves off the cliff here. I actually believe that myself, even though some people say only a twat would believe that. The omnivorous haggis also eats barley, and the farmers are so worried they've actually installed these guns.
A lot of people died here, and now they're all buried here.
And here's yet another example of the extremes that people will go to protect their property against the haggis.
And here we are at the Italian chapel, which was built by Italian prisoners of war. A time when a lot of people died.
The Italian prisoners of war built this church with a magical disappearing door. And there it is, that's the disappearing door. Gone. Now we have Dave, who will recite an Italian spell to make the door disappear.
Non c'è la magia qui, non c'è la magia qui, non c'è la magia qui, noi siamo stupidi.
Okay, thank you, Dave. And I'm sure this door will have disappeared. Let's have a look. Works for me.
Okay.
Although we've seen lots of evidence for haggis in the islands, we haven't actually seen a live one.
This is Bannockburn, where in 1314 Robert the Bruce defeated Proud Edward's army and lots of people got killed. Hello, here we are at Culloden battlefield. At this site, a lot of people were killed.
Bloody way.
Is that one? This is the Antonine Wall, built by the Emperor Antonine, obviously. It was built after Hadrian's Wall, but after only 20 years, it was abandoned and they went back to Hadrian's Wall.
And a lot of people got killed here. Here we are at the Dunfermline stone of 9th century Pictish origin, and opposite is a mausoleum. Not many people died here. Okay, here we are in Killiecrankie in the Highlands, where in 1689 a lot of people got killed, but not Jimmy Cranky.
Well, Dave, what's your overall impression of the Highlands and the Orkney Islands?
Well, some stunning scenery, depressing buildings, awful grey prefab buildings, and the Scots have an awful diet.
Lots of people got killed here.